saying to Victoria Police that we needed to be doing something much better in the way we handle family violence, and we needed to get our own house in order. In terms of my vision, I guess it's really about continuing to improve the response so that people feel confident to report sexual assault, whether it takes place with a stranger or someone they might know, or a partner or otherwise. They're looking to develop a new strategic plan which will go for the next 5 years, which really does focuses on thinking about how to improve the response, what kind of rate we'd be looking for in terms of, we believe that by having better powers then more people will be arrested. We're looking to see how many intervention orders are taking out, how many charges are laid, and actually, working very closely with a kind of a contract with our police service area managers to make sure they're really strongly focused on family violence and achieving the goals we want to. The new legislation that's just really come into place, that was announced by the Attorney-General, is really the subject of the education program we've been operating within Victoria Police over the last while, and principally that's about giving the police the power to issue an interim intervention order, and they can do that without having to go to magistrates or registrars. It's an order that a sergeant can issue, and it's an order that the person can leave the premises or should leave the premises, and it's got the power that we wanted all along.
Keep an open mind and treat those people with a bit of respect, and I would like to just say that pretend that that's one of your family members coming in the door and treat them such. They've got their story out, someone's believed them, and that's like a big weight off their chest.
And there are obviously all of the procedures around, first of all, believing the person. In many cases the police don't take these matters on into the court environment because the court environment is very tough. And I think the courts are changing. We need to be reflecting that and putting more matters before the court so that they can make decisions to say that this kind of behaviour is unacceptable, and the person is charged and they are convicted and then I think serve a sentence. Some people would say there are restraints on us about taking matters before the court, but I just don't think that's true. I mean, the notion that what happens if we lose? Well, we'll lose. Police officers, I think, use that as an excuse sometimes to say, oh look, it's something we shouldn't take on. But I think those police officers who are committed will continue to fight and say that this is a matter that should be taken up. There's sufficient evidence. We need to put this matter before the court, and we will support them doing that.
Encourage the woman to come to that decision of her own accord and in her own time. And obviously, if she does decide to press charges, or we will support her in that decision and through the court process as well.
If proceeded, I might have involvement with that person for the next couple of years before any court matter or something like that.
There have been recent initiatives in the criminal justice system to improve the experience of women and children giving evidence in court, including changes to the rules of evidence and giving evidence by video link and things of that nature. But there's no escaping the fact it's a very confronting experience, and it's also an area in which reforms need to be continued to be addressed. In civil litigation, a lot of matters settle out of court on a confidential basis. So in civil matters, it is not always the case that the matter would run to trial, and women tend to give evidence in court far less often in a civil matter because it is highly likely that the matter would be resolved before trial.